Yeah, you go higher than a 6, we're done.
Welcome, Movie Knots, to episode 32, where we are reviewing K.G.F, the highly recommended and suggested Indian cinema film that we have had next to Pushpa, which, if you are waiting to see that, you will have to wait for another 2 podcasts until we get to that.
2?
Because right now, because K.G.F is this one, and then the next one is K.G.F Chapter 2, and then the one after that would be Pushpa.
Yes.
Yash bigger than Tom Cruise, you say, Biff, right?
Who would win if? Well, we'll talk. We have some interesting ideas.
Yeah, we have some interesting discussions. Which actually we could go into that.
Welcome, Biffer. Good to see you.
But K.G.F, man, not a movie that I was expecting to kind of play out the way that it did. Wasn't sure what the exact meaning of K.G.F stood for at the time when I was watching it, at least. Yeah. So it's interesting to see how they play around with history, sort of in that interview style, and like go back in time to see how it all played out.
You know, we saw that last. We haven't seen that since we watched The Gentleman. It was kind of like that.
Yeah, where like they sort of discuss it and you see it go back in time and how it plays out.
Oh, also with Bahubali, kind of, where he's like, "Let me tell you about your father."
Yeah.
The whole interview from the future. Yeah.
So really, it's a cool concept, and this movie was definitely, I would say, a lot different than what we were, or at least what I was anticipating. It ended up being a lot darker than I thought. It ended up being a lot. I keep saying gory, but there was definitely a lot more blood. They definitely showed a lot more. I kind of feel like with the other films like Bahu and Triple R, like. Sure, we saw some blood and things like that, but like this, you literally saw people getting like shovels through their faces and like their arms breaking. Like you just saw so much more happen, and that I have a feeling that's what maybe people were saying we weren't ready for with this movie. But honestly, this movie, I think we were ready for it. So I'm glad we pushed through and decided to watch it because. It really was a really cool film to watch, and I'm excited to watch chapter 2. So let's do our little matchup thing. Do you want to do a quick a poll?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, for anyone who's here, we'll put a poll. Or you want to wait till the end when we do our little discussion?
We can wait till the end.
Let's get right into the movie notes here because I got a lot for this movie.
You got a lot of movie notes?
A lot of movie notes. I made sure to write down notable moments, but also plot points. So, what does KGF stand for? Did you find out? I remember. Well, actually, I don't. But
not off the top of my head. I just know it's something Goldfield.
Well, I know it's the almost like a mafia. Woolens. Oh, violence.
Yes, I think he's trying to make sure it's censored.
That was a lot of stuff.
No, isn't that like the so like in the plot, there's the guy that ends up killing whoever owns and gets like that 99-year land lease or whatever it is, and he ends up because they found gold there. He set up a limestone mine, but it's actually a mine.
Yeah, his name was
gold, so it's the something Goldfield.
Suryan Varden. And he was the one who found it, and that's who we see. Spoiler alerts, major spoilers. We're going to spoilers here. That's who we see.
2018 movie, so
yeah, that's who we see. Who they're waiting to die so that a son could take over leadership. My cat is going nuts. So start off with that. We see the origin of it. You see they right away. They're like, well, all right, we're going to publish this. We can't publish this book because there's only one left. The government wants it gone. We want to figure out, is the story true? So they talk to the man who wrote it, and he's telling the story of Rocky and the City of Gold, El Dorado. That part I didn't see coming. I didn't know it was about El Dorado. Sardan Udam is on our list. Like I said last episode, it is really high up on our list. So you'll be seeing that very soon. For now, we have, after the KGF series, we have Pushpa, and then probably Sardar Udam is probably after that. It's coming up very soon.
We haven't thought about that. Yeah. Maybe we'll let you guys vote on what we do after Pushpa.
Yeah.
We just so many people have been recommending things. So
Yeah, I mean, based on the recommendations we get daily, Sardar Udom is very high on the list. Yeah, there were some really good lines like that in this movie. A lot of like motivational, very reminiscent of like when they're talking about the heroes and like RRR, Bahubali, like talking about their powers. Yeah, that's another one Bifford definitely highly recommended. We've heard about. So the book was banned, and they're talking to one of the authors, and you see we go back to 19. There are a lot of like time skips or jumps, so not too many, but we find 1950 when he finds the gold, and then he sets it up as a fake limestone operation to not get any suspicions. And then we meet Rocky for the first time, and we find out about his origin of promising his mom that he'll become the wealthiest, most powerful man in the world. And I actually liked his relationship with his mom, especially when it was like she got mad at him. Like, you set up a gang to take over, like to like mess with these guys, and she's like, don't set up a gang, do it alone. And Luca's dog is going nuts like my cat.
I got the roofing guys are back.
Oh, okay.
I guess do something, even though the roof is done.
Oh
my god!
I don't want to say his name is. Oh, you know what was really funny? There was a comedic moment in this that I really liked at the beginning. The one who comes with the gang is a gangster. Yash comes alone. Monster. Yeah. The first comedic moment I really liked with this was when Rocky hits the guy.
Now they're not going to mention. Oh, they're not going to mention Dor now.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
The first comedic moment I liked in this was when Rocky hits the guy with the bottle, like he was ordered to do it to show. I think it was to show that he really wanted the world, to, like that he had the courage and the power to do it when he was a kid. And he hits the guy with the bottle, runs away, and then he stops. And they're like, "What are you doing? Stop! Why do you stop running?" And he's like, "He didn't know my name." And so he goes all the way back and hits the guy with the bottle on the head again. That was really funny because the guy's like, "Oh!" He's like getting hit twice. There's a lot of cool moments like that, especially with all the combat in this movie, and I think you guys noticed that too, was like the fighting, even though there's a lot of cuts and stuff, was really intense. I really like the combat. I think I have a combat note in this. I think in one of the first fights, even though it's really cut, like a lot of cuts when he's chained up and they realize who it is, but then he starts like wailing on people and like he kicked one guy. I think it was when they were inside that first building. He kicked him across the entire room, and and they all just like stand there in shock. That was pretty funny. Let us know if there's any favorite action moments in this that you really liked, like any favorite combat moments. Let's see, what else do we got here? So the main plot of the story seems to be that everyone wants control of all the gold, and Rocky obviously wants control of the world, and he finds that, I think it's that he thinks the gold is the way to do that, because if you control the gold, you control, I guess, Bombay. Did you know K.G.F was cut like a 3-hour trailer? Do I think that? I think the only cuts that bothered me was the combat. There's a lot of combat jumps. I think that's the big thing. But I think that it wasn't too bad. It was only mainly bad, especially right in the beginning. Yeah. We were just talking about how like the jump cuts in the combat were a little much, especially the beginning fight.
Yeah, I didn't know these roofer guys, they need power and stuff, so I didn't even know they were coming today. Okay, so
yeah, the combat is what we were talking about here.
Combat? Okay. Yeah. Combat for me, very cut, like it was like boom, 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 boom. Like they would jump cut a lot in the combat
That's
scenes.
The only thing that bothered me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the cinematics were awesome. There were some really good shots. Actually, it was specifically in the combat. There's some really innovative shots where I think it was like he'd grab a guy, but then the camera would follow his target the whole way. Mm-hmm. That was really cool. We haven't seen that yet in any of the films we watched. They actually did it in The Gray Man, which we just reviewed on our channel. And I think that's why I think we were saying that Gray Man seems to be inspired by it seems to take inspiration from Indian film, like Indian film styles where the combat is a certain way. But no, we definitely like that.
I thought the overall look and feel of the movie, like I was saying earlier, I think just to you, it is very dark, gritty, you know, and I liked that. It was a different feel for like an Indian movie compared to Triple R and Bahubali. Like this is definitely like a darker turn. I can see why people like it too a lot. Oh, the guys.
Yeah, no, I noticed that too. That was really cool.
Impress the
when he's trying to impress
girl there, and he's was he always fighting drunk, or did he just look like that?
I think no, he was, because the whole point was like you can't drink on that day because it was a voting day, which actually makes sense. I'm surprised that's not like a law, but well, at least here or in this time period. But anyway, I think he was wobbly and drunk that day. I think he was wobbly, or just
because when he drinks his flask, it was like empty. So I wasn't sure if he like.
Well, he finished it. Then I guess is what
that. Okay, that was symbolizing he finished it. I thought he just didn't like have any or something. So yeah, okay.
Oh, this guy's always got alcohol. You know that.
And he really highly values liquor. So, he says that.
And I was telling them about the funny moment where he walks away, realizes the guy didn't know his name, and he goes and hits him with the second bottle. And the guy's like, "Oh!" Thought that was really good.
I also, can you get like a pull up of or like an image of the outfits and suits that they wore? I really liked.
Yeah, sure.
The suits, and what was nice is that we're kind of seeing this very dark landscape and background and whatever. It was the K.G.F area was super dark. Where he grew up was also very like dark.
I think this is from the first movie. I think we saw this one.
Oh.
So this suit right here. You guys see this one? The suits were really good in this one. I think he wears basically always suits, like multiple times. Chapter 2 has. Cody, I'll be right back. Yeah, you're okay. Chapter 2 has some amazing suits to watch. Yeah, no, I think this is from Chapter 1 if I'm not mistaken. But no, the outfits are really awesome. Yash really loves beer, doesn't he? Yeah, no, I love that thing where he's like don't waste liquor. He's also talking very like childish when he's trying to show off, and he's like, I have to tell you something. I love you, and he's like saying it in a funny voice, and like she's offended. It was really funny. I want to stay on combat for a sec because I do have a lot of notes based on that. Something I know Luca was going to mention as well as me was that the petrol fight where he dumps out all the fuel, I thought that was really good. And he like lights the cigarette and they all back up. You remember that, Luca? When the petrol fight, when he like, where she's like, touch me and you love me. And he's like, he walks away and then he just brings, I knew he wasn't going to just disappear.
Yeah.
So,
okay, back to my thought about, the suits and stuff. I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted here. I like the colors of it, like even when they were doing that scene of like he was sort of infiltrating that whole thing with what was like Garudu or whatever his name was, like when he was sort of becoming the new head of that organization.
Oh, Bombay.
And like those colors and those suits were just fantastic. Like I really like how Indian cinema uses colors in the clothing and stuff to really make the movie pop.
And King of Kings was saying that there's even more suits. And yeah, you said the hammer scene and the petrol. Which one was the hammer scene? Which one am I? Head of the gold mine scene, goosebumps. This is one of the greatest climaxes in the Indian film industry. Head of the gold. Oh, was that? Yeah. So Garuda was the one who was always like taking people out. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. No, that was really good. Yeah, that was like chills. That was like the final build up after like him, deciding like he's not gonna do anything yet, and even like he can't strike yet because you gotta wait for the right moment. Yeah, that was really good. I like when he shows up in the mine. He's just walking around. He always like walks around so carelessly, which is really cool.
He doesn't care like at all.
He's like whatever.
he's just like, "Yep, this is me.
Yeah, I'm just here.
I'm just
That
here,
was a
you know,
really good
to
scene.
walk around for a little bit." I want,
What else do we got here?
yeah.
So,
sorry.
there was one moment that did confuse me when
All right.
when Surya Vardan, the guy who discovered the gold, was on his deathbed. One of the characters like finished him off. You know, they said he's dead, but he like killed him with a pillow. I couldn't tell who that was. I thought it was one of the henchmen of one of the brothers trying to make sure one of them gets the throne.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they explained that. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was a guy. He had the long hair and the beard similar to Rocky. He had the blue shirt on, and he like was like, you know, he said sound the alarm, he's dead, but then he went in there and used a pillow to kill him. I'm assuming that was one of the henchmen of the brothers to try and get things going, or it was one of Rocky's people. Garuda's brother. Okay. I just don't know why he did that. I mean, I get why he did it, because it would accelerate their plans. But they didn't really explain.
Also, something that I noticed in this movie, too. Rocky barely gets hurt.
Well, he's a hero. Like. He's a legend.
I know, but, like, so this is where that whole, like, almost godlike, you know, abilities come out in the story writing for this movie. Like, that is just the pinnacle of it right there, you know. Like, this guy is taking on 23 dudes alone. You know, he barely gets a scratch on him, so he gets a little dirty. Yeah. But this is sort of that like trope of like, you know, this is extreme entertainment. Yeah. You know, like this is all that it's about. Which, you know, now that we've sort of gotten into like this scene a little bit more, like, you know, before I might have been like, well, I would at least want to see him struggle. You know, but I guess the whole struggle for him is that he grew up, you know, with only his mom. You know, he wants to fulfill that promise to his mom that he'll end up getting riches and he wants to rule the world and do all that kind of stuff. So, I guess he struggles in a different sense. He doesn't necessarily struggle fighting. He just had a hard upbringing.
Yeah, he struggles emotionally, not physically, in his fighting. Like making the right calls. That's what I like about this. Well, actually, in Bahubali he does get beaten up a little. But what I like about the like godlike powers of a heroic character we've seen in Indian films is just because they're, like you said, because they're powerful physically does not mean they're all powerful emotionally or in terms of like their decision making. They're not. Right. You know, they still have work to do. It's not like they're just like. It's not like they're in creative mode in Minecraft. They're not just like they can't just do anything. You know, like they still have faults. It's just not in terms of like their physical attributes. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that because it still makes it makes it feel grounded. Still, you know. Yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like in what I forget what its name is, but it's. You guys said it was kind of like Greek mythology, but for India with the gods like Shiva, how it's like, you know, you can be all powerful like that physically or with your actual powers, but then you still struggle with decisions.
Damn. We just got roasted.
What? Who did?
We did.
Oh wow. Oh. Yeah. So, you guys. Yeah, we really enjoyed this movie. We can't wait to let you know our score. So backstory for the Sexy American Men thing was because on our like what other people who watch your channel are watching, it's like a video that's like introducing Triple R to like sexy Korean actor. So we thought it'd be really funny if we kind of like did a play on that.
Well, we're pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Sound like sevens or something over here.
Just wait till we do like we still gotta do like a RR like nacho.
Yeah, you just wait.
We're gonna do that.
Give me another like 6 months in the gym, and then I'll do it.
Another comedic moment. When she finds when the daughter of like the king of that city. I think, where did he get sent to? He got sent to.
Bombay or something like that?
Bangalore. He got sent to Bangalore. So the daughter finds him in the hotel room. people are being loud outside the room. So he walks out, beats them all up, but she thinks he got beat up. So she goes back to the car, and he's now the taxi driver. That was funny. Did you guys like the BGM of the movie?
The BGM of the movie?
Was it the...
What does BGM stand for?
Big gory moment? Best, greatest moment? Yeah, let us know. And then...
Biggest...
oh, no.
Oh, background music. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. There was some...
Yeah, I did. Nobody has ever used BGM for us before, so we've never had to...
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Definitely added. I liked this music over what was
Sarpada?
Sometimes I wasn't. Yeah, Sarpada's music was okay.
Well, the thing about Sarpada for me,
it just didn't hit as
no,
hard. Like
the only song that hit in Sarpada for me really hard was when they're like when they mention him and it goes to him and you get that really cool beat. But that was this had better music, I think.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this.
No, I can see. We'll have to go check it out because I know with like Triple R and Bahubali, I have on Spotify the soundtracks and I know the music.
Cody has not to as the
as the channel theme. Okay, background music, very common terminology. Good to know. We'll have to watch it. We'll have to listen to it individually now on Spotify for us and check it out. Definitely let you guys know. But yeah, no, the music was definitely awesome in this. Without even looking again. Saddest moment of this movie for me was when the boy kicking the ball crosses the line, the white line, and the mother goes to save him. And you see Rocky's like, no, I can't do it. I can't waste my opportunity. Like, I can't help yet. And you see his face, like, go flush when they get shot. Mm-hmm. That was probably the saddest moment of the movie. That really,
that was the point where he started caring about what was really going on.
Yeah.
I think his whole motive was just there to take down Garuda, and then he ended up wanting to get the people out of there as well, and that's the whole reason.
Yeah,
for caring about them.
That was the moment that really set in how bad it was there, like the conditions. How much coke was snorted during the editing process? Honestly,
imagine having to edit that.
Honestly, besides the combat itself with the fast jump cuts, specifically in the first one, I think because I got used to it. I didn't notice bad editing in like the movie itself. Maybe I
was pretty pleased. I
don't think it was
with this
too
movie.
bad.
I really was just enjoying it, taking it in. And
all right. Nin, you bring up a really good point. So here's the question. I'm gonna Cody's
gonna ask if he can pull off that hairstyle and beard. That is his question.
You guys need to check out Monster Song from K.G.F 2 before watching the movie. The promotional song was to understand the cult following of this movie. All right, let me write that down because then maybe we can do a song review on this channel.
Song review?
Well, I guess it'd be a movie soundtrack review. Wait, before we continue, because Nin brings up a good question. So
I was just about to give my thoughts on that.
Wait, don't.
Don't.
No, I have an idea. It's gonna be funny. Because this is, you guys got to answer the question that I just put in a poll in chat. It's very important. Best facial hair, Rocky beard, or the Ron mustache? Who wins?
Dude.
Who wins?
That is a tough question. He does have a good beard.
Yeah, he does have a good beard.
The Ron mustache paired with the beard, though, is also a fantastic look.
I know. It's a tough decision. You guys have to decide. Rocky beard is winning. Oh. No, we don't have enough votes yet. All right, we're sending at 5 votes. We got Ron mustache.
Just leave it up for a little bit and see what happens.
I can. It'll be there. So anyone who wants to give your opinion, we'll talk about it in a sec. Until then, yeah, I did write down killing the dude with the shovel, hitting the guy with the sledgehammer. Those were big moments. Also, coming out of the water when he was supposed to be a sacrifice, I think it was. He was. That was really cool. Where have we seen that before? Like
the water sacrifice?
No, like the whole coming out of the water really slow-mo with a sword. I feel like I've seen that before.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that's just like a common. It's not common, but like I feel like I don't remember where I've seen it, but I
I
know of
think
it.
the only thing it reminds me of, because it's related to water, was in Triple R when Beam is drinking the cup of water, like waterfalling it, and then the arrow goes through his stream of water. Remember that? That was really good.
Yes, yes,
Yes, I remember.
I do. There's just I'm trying to also just figure out
Oh,
in my head like some other things that
I remember. It was I was talking, I think when you were gone, I was talking about Rocky's sense of humor. And that's what he said when he was talking to the girl. He goes, "Congratulations." And she's like, "For what?" He's like, "I love you."
is that like a common thing in India? Like guys will just be like, I like you now. Like what is the
I think it was,
cultural,
I assume
like,
it's because he's so,
happenings for that?
I assume it's
Because I know
because he's
there's
so
like
powerful.
arranged marriages and stuff, but I'm not too familiar on the cult. Like, was he joking around where he was just like, "Yep, you're mine now," like,
Yeah, that was a
that
really
that
funny
whole
scene.
thing. So actually, do we even at the end of the movie we don't even figure out what happens with them? I'm assuming in KGF 2 we sort of see what happens,
I guess we'll find out.
because he needs to get the girl, right? I mean the whole that's part of the mission is getting the girl. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's call it the end here. We have best facial hair, Rocky or Ram. We have 62% at 13 votes for Ram.
so that means Cody, we gotta.
So it means we got to
get
grow
rid of the-
mustaches.
I already got a mustache. What are you talking about?
Well,
I'm
bigger
doing it
ones.
on stream right now.
We
See,
need bigger mustaches.
there's my mustache.
Thank you all for voting. We really appreciate you guys
KGF
taking the time.
8 moves to get 1 bun. And blow 8.
You blow 8 jeeps to light up. There's another. Maybe that's the movie I saw that scene in. Because when you say blows up 8 jeeps with 1 light, I feel like I might have seen that on a YouTube clip or something.
Yeah, I mean, for even so the next 2, KGF Chapter 2 and Push, but I will not see anything. I'm going in completely blind, just like I did with this one.
Yeah.
Because the movie has to be able to hold up and explain what's happening to me. I don't want to like read anything in order for me to understand.
I get that.
But yeah, so far, I mean, KGF is really promising. I'm just gonna compare it to Bahubali, just because these are 2-parter movies that both have stood out, amongst the population in India, and like have done really well.
We have not.
We haven't. No, we're just gonna go straight into the movie.
Not seen the trailers. I don't think we want to watch a trailer for a movie that's already released. If it's a new movie and you guys want us to, you want to react to the trailer with us, but if it's an older movie that's already been out for a little bit, I don't think we're going to be watching trailers for them.
What? So wait, KGF 2 came out.
Yeah, because
it came out this year. KGF 2. Okay.
Thank you, King of Kings.
April
You actually
13th.
bring up a point we talked about, was people said it was weird that RRR got more popular outside of India because it made less money. So we'll have to see. You should react to KGF 2 Chapter 2 teaser because it has 260 million views on YouTube. Most watched teaser and reaction trailer. Maybe we will. You bring up a good point, Mondal. Thank you.
I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah,
This year. I thought this movie.
That's
came
a lot.
out,
That's a lot of views.
A little bit ago.
Pushpa is tons of fun. Plus, you get to meet Fafa, Indian's greatest actor. Okay, no, definitely Pushpa. We're excited because whenever a lot of you guys recommend a movie, the same movie, it's like, this is going to be great. Yeah, okay, we will definitely react to that trailer for sure. There is so much jump cuts. It's a little bit boring. We did talk about the jump cuts. We talked about how in the combat, specifically the first combat scene when he's chained up, until we got used to it, it was like, whoa, what's going on? That's a lot of cuts. But honestly, after the first fight, I don't think it bothered me. I honestly think I personally think the first 10 to 15 minutes of this movie are probably its weakest in terms of like, you go right in the beginning, maybe because the translations, like the whole, like, we're doing an interview, you're like, what's going on? So yeah. I think everything after that intro sequence of like the interview and the first fight is amazing, or we really liked it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slow in the beginning, but it sort of picks up a little bit once we get that backstory out of the way.
Yeah.
I had a thought in my head, and now I feel like it's fading.
Too late. Too late. Well,
Damn.
if you want to go over to
I
the
forgot what I wanted to
reviews, unless there's anything else you guys want to mention about the story, we might head over to the review part of the show.
Yeah, let's head over to the review. I mean, the story, so far these
Yeah.
stories have been pretty straightforward. At least with these ones, it's been pretty self-explanatory.
Yes, a
But
lot
yeah,
of-
it just like is all about violence and like just
yeah.
getting things done. Like,
Yeah. No, that
also we haven't seen him shirtless yet. Like all the other movies where they have like the really buff protagonist, you've always seen them with their shirt off.
yeah, Rom when he's
I haven't seen him
training.
with his shirt off. Like I want to see some chiseled abs. Like
Maybe in the second one you'll get lucky.
maybe in the second one I'll get some chiseled
Yeah.
washboard abs. The editor is a 20-year-old in KGF 2. Wow.
Is that true? That'd be nuts if that's true. I mean, good for them. I'm curious to see the jump in quality with the second one because, like, right off the bat with that intro for Bahubali, the conclusion, you can see the difference from the first one. So I'm interested to see the jump, considering they realized he was popular. All right, the second one's going to be even bigger. Let's jump up the quality or budget and all that. Ujwal. Okay. So 20-year-old editor. Wow.
All right, so let's hop into the
IMDb. We're sitting at a 8.2 out of 10 with 79,000 reviews. Oops, guys. Sorry
Yep.
about that. We're going to go into our usual...
Crazy.
We like to check the...
median 10.
That's nuts.
The median is 10.
This is the same... From all the movies we have seen so far, this follows the same trend that Bahubali, Triple R, the whole, peak at 10 and make its way down. This is crazy. 56% out of 10. I don't think we've ever seen it that high. Have we?
I don't remember all the different curves that we've seen. I can't remember.
I don't think we've seen it.
But it's a crazy curve. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if people from India are using IMDb or anything like that. So I don't know if this is like American people voting because there's only 79,000 users. So
Ooh, actually, that's
that's
actually a really good question to ask on stream. If you're not live in the comments, if you're live, let us know right now. You guys said you Indian viewers don't really use Rotten Tomatoes. So is there a platform you do use you'd like us to look at for reviews that is like trustworthy, that's like highly recommended from an Indian audience? Do you guys, if you have a platform like that, you'd like us to add to like the daily, like, look at the ratings on there instead of Rotten Tomatoes because they don't have a lot of reviews for Indian films? Let us know because we'd love to check those out. Goosebumps.
yeah,
Seeing
I was
Rocky...
trying to figure out before. I don't know if we have to like VPN in or something like that. But
I don't think so. We shouldn't have to. Seeing Rocky killing...
okay. Wait. Well, it tells you right here. 3,000 of those are U.S. users, and 11,000 are non-U.S. For those, I guess that. I don't know. It's
But
weird.
Biffer, I see what you wrote. Very true. Yeah, and so down here we're sitting at, obviously you can't use some of the lower numbers, but we're sitting at an average of, 18 under 9.0, and then it gets lower the older you get. And I imagine in terms of the older audiences, in terms of like, if people are watching this, I'd say like 60s and up, that they would rate it lower because of how fast paced it is. In terms of in terms of my experience, my grandfather, he doesn't like the newer movies that are really high. Well, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying that.
These youngsters,
Stop!
the kid.
You're making fun of my grandfather. What are you doing?
I'm just doing like a general your grandpa.
No, like my grandfather doesn't like the newer James Bond movies because of how fast the cuts are. He can't keep up. That's what I'm guessing is going on with. If you guys
These
can
old
see,
eyes
you can't
can't
see my
move
mouse,
that
but-
fast.
Yeah, and then we got a 7.6 with 30 to 44. So, yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. We use a lot of IMDb for reviews, but Rotten Tomatoes is not famous here. Okay, so IMDb is a go-to.
Like,
but if you know...
it's so prevalent.
Yeah, but what is a platform besides IMDb
Yeah, what
that Indian users
what's like-
use often? Or Indian critics. What platform do the Indian critics go to share their thoughts? That's definitely what we want to know here. Rotten Tomatoes?
Biffer's full of jokes.
Imagine nonstop goosebumps watching K.G.F. and then falling asleep watching Where's the Crawdads Sing? What?
Where the Crawdads Sing is a new movie based on a book. It's a really good book, but I haven't read it. I just heard good things about it, but I don't know how the movie adaptation is.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, man, only 7 reviews from critics, and there's 500 plus ratings. So it's kind of not much to go off of.
No.
But of those 7 reviews of the critics, they give it a 71% fresh tomato, and the audience gave it an 88% buttery popcorn.
Yeah, I'm not trusting the tomato meter, but the audience score lines up with IMDb. So.
Yeah. I mean,
and with 500,
there's not a lot to go off of, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a fair review, I'd say.
Mm.
And what was the weird thing, I guess, if you're in the USA trying to watch this movie on Amazon, or it's even on Hulu as well, if you have a Hulu subscription, it switches between English and I watched the Hindi version, so it switches between English and Hindu quite often. So
no, they say,
I don't know why it does that.
They definitely say it a couple.
Amazon.
They said a couple lines in English, like the actors themselves.
Yeah.
So that was I didn't see that coming, but
which is why I really appreciate the actors doing the subtitles in their just doing it, because the transition between hearing the voices is a lot smoother. So it's almost like if somebody was here, you grew up in a Spanish speaking household and they just went from English to Spanish or whatever, it just kind of felt like that. Yeah. But it just meant that I had to pay attention a little more. So when they were speaking English, I could focus on what was happening. But then I had to go back and check the subtitles when they switched back again. But overall, very cool movie. Would you consider Rocky a gangster? Because I think they were having that discussion in the movie.
No, I think they wouldn't. I wouldn't, because they literally in the movie they literally say they're so he's a gangster, and they go, well, no, gangster. They're like, a gangster has a gang, and Rocky doesn't have a gang. They made a point with, there was the guy giving the interview. Yeah, that's what he said exactly. King of Kings. He said he was a monster. He's not a gangster. Even his mom was. We mentioned that earlier in the podcast. His mom was like, don't bring people with you, because then you're a gang. You want to do it on your own and get it done, and people will follow you later. You watched second poster from the right. Okay. He is Ram Charan. This is a good movie of him. Let me see. Oh, it is. Hey. Here, I'll click on it. 100%. Oh my god. Honestly, he's probably this. I don't know if this probably isn't controversial. He's probably, from what we have seen, my favorite Indian actor, and I will want to see anything he's in. So I'm actually gonna take a picture of that poster right now. You there, Luca?
All the interruptions are done now.
We on screen right now. On screen right now, we have apparently a really good movie with the lead actor, Ram.
Yeah, with our boy.
Yeah, he's my favorite. Boy. So, of course, we can't go off this stupid Rotten Tomatoes, but I'll watch this 100%.
Yeah, we'll add it to the list. What is it? Orangus.
You got it.
Orangus
Try
Salam.
it. Sorry if we mispronounce things.
How are we doing with our pronunciation? People that have been sort of coming to the podcast fairly frequently. How is our pronunciation of the of the words?
Hopefully, either not bad or good. Let me look up.
Biffer, I think Biffer has a big infatuation for Rocky, but your favorite Indian actor is, I don't know.
Oh, so he was in Pushpa in Vikram. Okay, we don't know him. Yes.
All right. So real quick, while we have some,
They're not
while we
good.
do,
Yeah. Thank you. I know. We're trying.
not
We're trying.
good.
We're trying
So
our best.
how do you Ranga? But how do you do that? What is that?
Rangastalum. Rangastalum. Like that. Rangastalum. Well, I guess obviously it's not.
Can you do like phonetically? Like, can you like hyphenate it out?
Yeah. Ready with the clapping too. No.
Ranga.
We try our best. We try our best because obviously with you guys, sometimes the names we don't want to offend anyone, but we're trying here. We're trying here. Is it time to go to the place, Luca? The place?
The intergalactic movie ranking system.
Thank you. For those who are wondering, because last time it wasn't updated, everything is updated. We have Sarpada, the second Bahubali. We have Gray Man on here. And remember that if it's like, it's like Bahubali, it's under 9. See, it says 0.0, so it's a 9.0. Favorites list is getting a bit long, but there have been a lot of good movies this year.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We might have to expand a little bit here.
Well, yeah, I can also just add another row to the right. But yeah, no, we got a couple more months in the year.
It's 11:30 in India. I thought we were hitting prime time.
In terms of, it was prime time. It said, told me, but that's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. The live streams don't get actually processed as a video for a whole day, so.
All right. Yeah. So.
Who wants to go first? I think you went first.
I went first last time, so you get to go first.
Okay. Review of K.G.F. Chapter 1. I think this is going to be the same situation as Bahubali, where both of our reviews of K.G.F. I'm sorry, both of us saw K.G.F. We both thought Bahubali Chapter 2 was better than Part 1. So I think it's going to be the same sense. I'm thinking K.G.F. 1 is going to be a little lower than the second one, especially based on how popular the second one is. And actually, I have to agree with Nitin. I'll just say it outright instead of like giving a long explanation. I was going to give this an 8.5. So right on the money. This is getting an 8.5 for
me. 8.5. You know what? This gets a 2.
A 2?
I'm kidding.
No. Lower.
I will. What do we gave Sarpada 7.9, right? 7.9.
8.2. Or be honest.
I'll agree. I'll agree with you.
8.5.
I think an 8.5 is an honest, good score.
Okay. Well, that was fast.
I was just trying to see, do I think it was better? I was trying to figure out, do I think it's a little bit better than Bahu 1?
Well, the reason no, I like Bahu 1 a little better, and so that's why I think it's fair that it sits.
Yeah,
at
no,
5
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think the second part is where we're gonna get into territory of like liking it better than a Bahubali movie, but for now,
you think the second part will rank higher than a 9?
I'll have to see it to find out. I don't know.
It's gonna really have to blow us away to beat RRR.
I didn't copy you. I agreed with you. Yeah, you have good taste, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah, you understand.
We don't also tend to go.
I think what we need to add to this movie ranking thing is sort of like, remember how I was saying before, like a 1 to 3 is this, a 4 to 6 is that, a 7 to 9 is this, and a 10 is whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we could add in just like a little another
text.
Tick, like a little tick mark, and it says like would not recommend, like
sure.
would recommend a one-time watch. 7 to 9 is like must watch, would watch again or something.
No, I can do that for sure.
Like number 10 is like perfection. Just like how Tom Cruise is the perfect man alive.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, as you can probably tell for the scales, it takes a lot to go a 9 or a 10, because I think for us, like a 6 to an 8 is still really good. We like to talk about it and watch it. I think so far 7 and up is like I'd watch that again.
Yeah, an 8. It looks like on our graph here, and the Star is a favorite. Like those are the
Yeah,
favorite movies
stars
that
are
we were like,
favorites.
you guys have to watch this and whatever. Um, so
Yeah,
an
that's
eight,
true.
an eight is ending up being like this. These movies are really solid. Like check them out. You won't be disappointed. Type of movie. Um, I mean, looking back with Spider-Man and things like that, that's like an 8.5 because nostalgic reasons. But so far, a lot of these other movies, these are like some heavy-hitting movies. Some people might not agree with our Lighthouse ranking of it, but that's also, the story writing and things like that play into effect. Bahubali 2 is a 10. RRR is a 6. Why would you say that RRR is a 6?
It's maybe not their taste. Thank you for letting us know your reviews, though. No, Bahubali 2 is definitely a masterpiece. Love that.
I am curious, though. Like, I do want to know why people would rank certain things the way that they would rank them.
We're also...
obviously... Well, Biffer, what would you rank K.G.F? Because, your scale is a little bit different than ours, so I'm kind of curious. Wow, that is a hot take. That is a hot take. No great story, says Cody. Or Triple R.
I also have to remember that, where do we rank? Where's RR? 9.7.
RR is a 9.7.
Yeah. I guess we disagree with that. But, I think we also come from a different perspective where we're seeing these movies out of order, as in, like, the majority of you who are an Indian, if you're an Indian audience, you've probably seen the movies. You've already seen all these older films, and then so we started with RR, which was clearly later and probably inspired by those films. So you're seeing it from a different perspective than we are. We're seeing it from, like, we're just arriving and seeing the newest, greatest stuff first, not the classics and the cult favorites and all that. So that's probably why our score is very...
definitely has like different underlying connotations where, from what the people have said, it takes from the history and sort of the mythology and things like that. So I can definitely understand why that resonates more with people. We're providing a take that isn't necessarily seen,
that's true.
I guess too often. Like we don't connect with those messages and things like that, so we're kind of just basing it off of the story writing, entertainment value,
but
the CGI graphics, cinematics.
AJ brings a good point that the mythology, but I actually really love the mythology. We really love that in these films. I love how we don't get a lot of that here, so it's really nice. Favorite
the whole Batman discussion, that's everybody has a preference for that.
It's also like nostalgia and we've been watching Batman movies for since we were kids, so it's like it's hard to like without a bias rate those movies and like also remember that they were good for their time periods, but technology has changed. 777 Charlie, I think that is on our... Maybe it's not on our list. Let me add it.
I think Triple R compared to K.G.F. entertainment-wise, yes. Like, if we saw Triple R in the theaters, who knows what that ranking would be. That could honestly probably sit up there with Top Gun if we saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I wish I did, man. That was a miss. I wish we did.
K.G.F., also seeing that in theaters, it probably would have been really cool as well. But I just think, our Triple R is probably, for me, is the more entertaining movie. I'm not too sure. Maybe is the songs and the dancing sequences but I just think the story, even to this day, the story still resonates with me.
For Triple R,
like the friendship, and the betrayal and all that kind of stuff.
And I love, to this day, the music we'll still be we'll be like not live, but just working on podcast stuff and like randomly start singing songs from Triple R. They're still stuck in my head. Our Batman review is up on the channel. It might be older.
Yeah, we do have a Batman review.
The quality of the video might not be as great as... I think it was actually the first time that we updated everything.
It might have been the first time we updated it.
If you look, there might be...
We did two different versions.
Yeah, but obviously you like the spoiler.
We did a non-spoiler version, and then we did a spoiler version, where we sort of went into depth about that. We can link it in the comments, I think.
Yeah, we can.
We did do a review on that, so obviously it's on the thing. And we also, I believe, ranked our favorite Batmobiles, and then some other stuff in there.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, Biffer, I did want to ask you. You say the scores are too high. Are you talking about our scores are too high, or like because I guess like with ours, the way that we view it at least is like you have to.
Well, he knows. He knows our rating system. His rating system is different.
I know. Well, his is like.
Well, he's seen a lot of movies. We're not up there in that.
Oh, everyone's scores are too high.
Well, yeah, because I think you have seen so many movies, and I mean, everyone has their own rating system. Let's just start doing it like 1 to 3. Don't watch. It's okay.
Okay.
Watch.
As long as you say our scores are normal, I can go to bed sleeping soundly.
Yeah, well, I think we definitely will now react to the trailer of K.G.F. 2 before we watch the movie because you all are saying it's so highly recommended. Definitely going to do that.
We'll do a standalone video on it just in case it gets copyrighted or anything. But we could probably put that out pretty quickly after this. Thumbs up and thumbs down scoring method. We would react now, but just because we could get copyright striked on it, we don't want to take down the whole.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We'd rather it be its own standalone thing in case somebody gets mad.
We will definitely put that out soon. It's just like Luca said, we'd rather if it gets claimed by whoever owns the teaser trailer, we'd rather that small video get claimed than the entire podcast episode we worked on and have everything from the chat to the video removed. So that will be coming. We'll probably do that tomorrow, maybe, or even probably tomorrow. Probably get that right out.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, KGF 1 is better than KGF. Really? Okay. I mean, everyone. We'll have to see.
Well, our channel will still react to stuff on this Biffer. So like we'll still do. We'll put everything here. So like we want to make sure everything sits here. It'll be all in different types of folders and stuff that you guys can like pick through and whatever. So
yeah, I mean,
it'll all resonate on the channel. It's just we don't want to put it in the podcast just in case something does happen.
Yeah, I see.
We'll probably love KGF 2 more than the first one, and we did watch Gray Man. Gray Man. I'm assuming you mean Gray Man. Like
Gray Man. Gray Man. If you go to our channel, it's the review right before this one. It is out. We did it just a few days ago. What was I going to say? Someone said something. I want to say something back. Oh, reactions. That's what it was. Biffer. What we've been doing, or we're trying to do, is for every movie review, for every full podcast episode, we'll release a trailer or 2 trailer reaction videos in between to make up the time. That's why we all want it on one channel. Yeah, Gray Man. We definitely really enjoyed that, even though it had some issues.
It got review bombed for sure.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch that again. No doubt.
We got to put up our last poll before we sign off here, Cody.
Yeah, let's wrap up.
So put up that last poll. I forgot
a couple minutes here. What
it was.
Oh, it was
We were talking about somebody versus somebody.
Yep. It's going to be. Well, how do we?
Thank you for liking the Gray Man scores.
So we'll do junior or senior. Oh, okay, and then guys, who wins in a fight? Is it Bahubali Jr. or Rocky? I'll put the poll up in chat right now. Let us know what you think, because we were I was asking Luca this while I was watching the movie.
That is like Rocky is.
We'll have to see.
Cold-blooded. He is a cold-blooded killer. He does not care. They both have very nice hair.
Yeah, curious.
But I think the bigger the beard, the stronger you are.
Well, that was another thing I found was funny, was like when we see the villain get revealed in this movie, he has a bigger beard than Rocky. I'm like, that seems to be the trend, is the bigger the beard. Kannada, not Hindi. Okay, no, thank you. We definitely noticed on Amazon there was a version to watch Kannada. We just kind of been going to Hindi because that's what we've been watching everything else in.
It's just like, I don't know what. It's just like it's familiar to us, so it's like we just know we don't know Hindi, but like we know of it. So
Then you
it's
start
like,
to recognize certain words, and
is there a difference like between
I
Kannada? Like what? Like is there a difference in viewing experience? I should say between those two.
because Kannada isn't
Damn,
dubbed. Right.
Bahu Junior is crushing.
See, I'm actually gonna have to
Rocky.
agree with AJ that Bahubali Senior would beat Rocky, but Rocky would beat Junior. That's how I vote too.
I voted for Rocky. I just think
I get to vote too.
Cool
Yeah.
as cool as
I know.
Bahu is, like I don't know. Rocky just seems untouchable. They both seem untouchable, but like,
Well, we see that Bahubali isn't untouchable.
yeah,
Katapa, no Katapa. What
he
did
got
you
caught
do?
slipping
He got caught slipping. He did. Yeah. Oh well.
for sure.
All right. Well, thank you guys for voting. We have Bahubali Junior winning at 71%. I think honestly, I personally would probably disagree. I think Rocky would beat Junior, but then Senior would beat Rocky. I agree with
Yeah.
AJ on that one. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So we'll I think definitely from now on, we will make sure to make better note of the original
I
language.
just gotta.
with
Yeah,
subtitles.
it's tough to see what the
Yeah.
original is for us because when we go to view it, everything there's like 7 different versions for us.
Yeah, we'll
and
look
then
it up.
I
though.
just go and pick Hindu because it's like, oh, okay, I know that one is Hindu, so it's like
Yeah.
I'll just go pick that one, even though I'm watching it subtitled anyway.
Yeah, impacting the
It's-
act. Yeah.
I haven't found it to be too impactful for me. It's not like they're sort of saying like standing there and everything's just monotone. Everything is it's all been pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but all right. So we'll do KGF chapter 2. Expect KGF chapter 2 this week
Very soon.
because we have a lot of time this week. So expect chapter 2 this week. Expect to see
We will. We will.
expect to see the trailer for KGF 2 this week as well. Possibly we'll drop that one tomorrow. And then you guys can also possibly see Pushpa this week as well. So a lot of stuff coming through. A lot of stuff coming through the pipeline for you guys to check out. KGF 1 sits at a 8.5.
Yeah, trailer reaction will come first. Did like the dialogues. We did. I think
We did like, yes.
He was really funny. Rocky had a lot of funny moments. Definitely coming. So we will see you guys very soon.
We won't
Thank you
disappoint
all.
you.
Yes, thank you all for watching. Pushpa is coming as well. We appreciate everyone joining. Thank you for being here. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to see you in the next episode. Leave your review once this video's up and you can't live comment. Leave in the comments your review of this movie or whatever thoughts you have on anything movie related. We will make sure to reply to every single comment and talk to you all. So thank you very much for joining, everyone. King of Kings, AJ, Nitin. Who else joined today? Let's see. Biffer, obviously. Good to see you as always. Garav, I'm sorry if that was pronounced wrong, but thank you so much for joining. I think that's everyone. Mondal, thank you for the conversations.
Yep.
You guys all rock. It's really good to see you all. And we will see you
Yeah,
very
good
soon.
night in India. Good night in India, and have a great
Sweet dreams.
rest of your week. And we'll catch you guys later on this week with KGF Chapter 2.
Sounds good.